Hello there, my name's Vinny Voodoo, and currently there is a free weekend for Cold War. And I thought I'd take this opportunity to have a look at the operators in Cold War and directly compare them to the operators in Warzone. Now, this isn't a texture pack comparison, I have all the texture packs in. This is more to show the differences. Now, as we know, Cold War uses a different game engine to Modern Warfare, and I personally think Modern Warfare looks better in-game than Cold War. But I also think the operators look better in Cold War, specifically the movement. Now, I've got young Adler here, and there's just a couple of things I can show. Ron, if you look at the straps at the bottom, they're actual straps. They're not just like melded on as a texture to his pants, unlike the Modern Warfare version, which they're not. And everything sort of swings and flows a bit better. And there's a subtle thing here. If I zoom in and you look at his earpiece, there's a cable that comes out and it actually distorts in the Cold War version, and you can see it there. But in the Modern Warfare version, it's just cut off, and it's a bit of plastic. They haven't actually bothered tying it into the geometry underneath it. And that again just shows you the little subtle differences. The fact that hair doesn't flow at all in Modern Warfare, as cloth doesn't flow as well. And I can show that if I go to Warsaw Pact, and we go to Naga here, and I'll pull up his original. And I've compared these two before, so I'll keep this brief. But if you look at the bandana that he's, look how nicely that's flowing. And now let's just compare that to the Modern Warfare version, where it's completely static. So it's little subtle differences like that. Of course, you're paying for one payment for both games. If you own both games, then you know it's not really a problem. But if you're only owning Warzone and you've bought an operator, it's kind of looking inferior to what they're kind of showing. Now I'm showing Wraith here, and I've shown her in a previous video. We'll select her and pull her in. Everything kind of like flows. The light stick on a belt there dangles, and the way the mask moves, it's different. And actually the piping under her arm is different as well. It's black here, whereas it's grey in Modern Warfare. If we cut to Modern Warfare, you can see it just doesn't move as smoothly. And I'll keep these zoomed in at the same level. You can't zoom in on Cold War operators, which is a shame, but you can on Modern Warfare. And that kind of like helps highlight how dodgy some of them can look. But anyway, let's move on to her other outfit, which is, if you've done the Battle Pass, you've got this one. And again, I didn't think this one looked too bad on both. I think they'd spent some time doing it. But I'll spin her around in Cold War, and then we'll cut to Modern Warfare. And we'll have a look at that. Yeah, it's pretty much the same. I just think it looks better in Cold War. I think the way they handle their guns, there's less clipping in Cold War. Who else should we have a look at? I guess we should have a look at a young... Oh, I've gone past him. We've had a look at Adler. Now, the thing this is what really got me about this. Look at his accoutrement around his neck. I've mentioned this in a previous vid. But the way that flows so well. And it's completely 100% physics calculated. It's not some animation that just kicks in. Now let's cut to Modern Warfare and have a look at all the stuff around his neck there. Didn't put as much effort into that one, did you guys? I mean, I don't blame you. There's a lot of operators here. But it just goes to highlight and show that operators in Cold War, in my humble opinion, look a lot better. But what do you think? Leave me a comment. As ever, my name's Vinny Voodoo. This is a quick video. I'm doing a video on texture pack streaming next, so keep an eye out for that, and I will talk to you soon.